What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights to the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm and do not forget to subscribe. So, have you been asking the wrong question? Well, that's what Lucy, marketing specialist of Shiba Inu, is saying is happening right now. So let's take a look at this. When will shibarium initiate the SHIB burn? For those that are wondering what's going on with the Shiba Inu burn, Lucy says, wrong question. The real question is, when will you all migrate from exchanges and start using shibarium? Hello, DeFi. Remember, bankrupted exchanges like FTX. The burns are set per transaction, not based on tweets about burns. With millions of holders, why not support this move? The fees are currently almost negligible, but they may increase with higher traffic. It's adorable to see people hyping burns and never use shibarium. But the fact remains that SHIB burns are a community effort, not a call to the devs saying do something. To initiate burns, you need to actively use shibarium. The more you utilize it, the more you contribute to the burns. This is a fact. So remember, the dev team did tell us there would be a percentage of the base fee that goes towards from every transaction that will go towards burning Shiba Inu. So we knew that before shibarium dropped. Let's take a look at what some of the community is saying. So Lucy responded, says, or Lucy continues and says, you can securely store your assets on shibarium just as you would on an exchange. Since I mainly use OpenSea, I warmly welcome OpenSea to consider integrating shibarium. Let's get at a like. Daniel says, the fact is that the announced mechanism has not yet been made available. Lucy responded to that and said, wrong, all in docs, working, and you can see on blockchain. So basically he's saying that the official announcement of, some major announcement regarding directly burns hasn't been made yet. The team is still talking about working on the burn portal. I think that's what Daniel's referring to. And Lucy is saying wrong, as in there is documentation out there about the Shiba Inu burn fee that will come from shibarium. So, you gotta, really do your due diligence, get all the information. This is something that we talked about in the past on the channel. How much of the base, it was like around 70% of the base fee, I believe, is going towards burning Shiba Inu on shibarium. But the thing is that burn doesn't actually initiate until we reach 25,000 bone accumulated for someone to be able to press the button that would allow to initiate the burn. So Jaybird says, when you create a project that is supposed to burn SHIB, but the amount burned is negligible and didn't tell supporters prior that hardly any burns would occur, and then get mad at your supporters. Classy move. I'll have to relocate my assets. Then Lucy responded, and that comment that he made has 21 likes. So obviously a few people feel that way, but Lucy responded and said, it appears that you might be misinformed or not taking the time to read and understand. All facts were posted from March 2023. If the burns were always meant to occur per transaction, how could they possibly happen without people actively using it? Understanding the basics of SHIB tokenomics is the key, that it must be a collaborative effort from the community. Remember, no one holds all the keys to SHIB. No one says, are you playing the no one card again? And that response from Lucy got 41 likes. So basically double the amount of people that agree with the first comment. KG says, come over and utilize MarsSwap DEX tools here for you on shibarium. 21 likes on that. Shiba Argentina says, hey Lucy, a question if you can help me out. I have all my SHIB bones and leash buried. Now that shibarium is out, do I have to unbury it and put it in shibarium, or do I leave them there? If you know, can you make a thread about it and what to do? Some of us are confused. 4 people like that post right there. So yes, you will have to unstake it or unbury it and transfer it over to shibarium and restake it on shibarium. So yes, you will get charged those fees. Crypto Kim Dog says, would love to get in contact. And remember, that's not financial advice, just telling you if you did want to move your funds over from, let's say, ShibaSwap to shibarium or another exchange, if you want to unstake them or unbury them from another exchange, yes, you have to unstake them. So would love to get in contact with the team and utilize shibarium with my business, similar to Welly's. Squatch says, your negative tone just causes people to trust the launch even less. Seems defensive. Don says, please DM me. I have a project I want to discuss. Valerie says, hey, Lucy, is there an explication why transactions dropped to 40K from 200K? Thank you. Coffee says, imagine being so jaded as a PR rep for a project that instead of being professional, you mock your investors. I stand by what I say. I will take you stepping down for transparency and someone who is willing to admit faults and almost leading sheep to the future instead behind your antics that I want more burns. Someone else, Crypto Frank says, that's why so many of us are finding other more transparent projects. A few people need to find somewhere to go before most will take this project serious again. Do your own research, listen to what's out there, but see for yourself. PaulSwap had everything I was looked for. Check for yourself. Bernard says +1. So just trying to give y'all a well-rounded understanding of the community's voice and what the people are saying. Not saying you have to feel this way. And then remember, this is not financial advice. Just presenting all the factual information that is out there that the community feels. So whatever the community is saying doesn't mean it's automatically true. But I want y'all to know how the sentiment is, how the community is, either gaining or losing confidence. And I'm going to read it, it all, because I don't want to just paint this picture of, every single person in the shibArmy is happy. Now, of course, I'm still bullish on SHIB. I'm not going anywhere. Y'all see the SHIB hat, man. But I do want to provide a voice to those inside the community that, might only get to comment. And, if it gets looked over, it gets looked over. So I'm also reading the good comments as well. So the good, the bad, the ugly, we'll read them all. So also, will Trust Wallet integrate shibArmy? Says Kyle. Alfred says, thing is, y'all talk in this weird dog code, bury your bone, language that makes it generally hard to understand what I, as a person with no money who is just trying to figure it out, can't understand even when translating to the regular way of saying it because I'm not tech savvy. So that just, a lack of education right there. You got to go out there and study and continue to learn so that way you can understand the terminology in the space and take advantage of the opportunities. But basically, burying your bone is essentially how you would stake on other platforms and get a passive reward. That's what they're referring to with that. But I do see a lot of people confused by that. So, he does have, I understand where he's coming from. So Crypto says, let's get excited when we burn trillions and not millions. Too much hype, and it is annoying to hear it in the bear market. People didn't enjoy it when they were losing money. For people like that, Richard Koch says, once you finally renounce contract, people will flow in. Nobody trusts team anymore. Nothing but empty promises. Relinquish control and volume will come. Facts. Ontario says this whole thing was an experiment. If it works or not, they don't care. That's why they hide behind avatars. Lipman said, so right now we're seeing a lot of, disappointment or, people not happy right here. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure majority of the shibArmy is happy. Not sure, but that's what I believe. Let me know how y'all feel, though. Are y'all happy right now in the shibArmy? Drop it in the comment section. I'm reading every comment and replying to every single comment. So also, Lipman says, hello, Lucy. I'm not an expert, but it is more than obvious that many of the CEOs may be waiting for the resignation of the bone contract. It is just my opinion. One like there. Lee Ron says, we have Wazir X India, the main platform. However, it is not possible to transfer to any exchanges, not possible to transfer coins or tokens. And moreover, I don't have bone, so it's not possible for me to use shibArmy. What I contribute is buy and hold till end of coming bull run. Smile says, take SHIB to 0.403, more investors will come. So it's not like they can just take it to this price. There's no way to just take it to that. More people have to buy in, has to get more liquidity. More people have to, hold so the floor can continue to rise. And that's how we can, continue to get the price up. But it all comes from buying Shiba Inu. Israr says Shiba price keeps on constantly going down after the launch of shibArmy. Well, you got to keep in mind also that the overall market has been going down after the launch of shibArmy also. So it's not just Shiba Inu. Hercules says world needs SHIB. JB says OX000 equals 0. Doesn't take a genius to figure out the answer. shibArmy helps everything, but she bought SHIB held for such a long time only to be laughed at by someone in marketing. Do the right thing, admit fault, and step down. Let someone better fix this farcical situation, in my opinion. Moise says, waiting for shibaswap next update. Chit Chat says, perfect point, Lucy. Chit Chat will be launching on shibArmy, just like all projects should be thinking about doing. We have our project and utilities already built, just waiting on contract now, and we will be there helping the start of the summer of shibArmy. Look like it's going into fall of, well, no pun intended, but summer is over with. Fall season is coming up now, so you got to put it on, change the theme to something else, the slogan. Hara says, why don't all the teams show their face? Floki says, that's right, Lucy. No Rarity NFT says, I think every SHIB holder is on shibArmy, but there are a few projects, very low volumes, and TVL compared to base is nothing. We would like to see burnings also from the dev side, because until now, Shiboshi's, SHIB Metaverse, and Shiba Eternity didn't burn a single token. So that one has 2 likes, but me personally, I have heard people, question me about what's going on or have those burns taken place yet. And to be honest, y'all, I don't know if the burns from Willie's took place yet. I haven't heard anything on it, or the burns from Shiba Eternity or Shiba Metaverse land sales. I haven't heard anything about, burns taking place from those funds that were raised. So, maybe the team is waiting for whatever to do so, but I'm still waiting to hear about that. Harry says, agree. Edwin says, well said. Iskander says, SHIB is an overwhelming disappointment. No Rarity NFT says, sorry, but I would like to ask if it's correct that at the actual burnt fee rate, we will need 6 quadrillion of transactions to burn $12.50. This is not FUD, but a legit question. Thanks. I don't know if those numbers are accurate, y'all, but that would be wild if that was the case. Someone says here, so I guess someone did the math. Needed to reach 25,000. So here's a screenshot showing it would need 8.4 quadrillion transactions just to hit $25,000, y'all. Possible bone accumulated. Transaction count 2.8 million transactions. So I'm going to open this up. We're going to talk about this in a separate video here. But right now, before I just go too much into my opinion, I want to get the voice of everyone else. So why Vitalik would it burn again? Blah says, Mong. A minute says, don't you think that your statement, not based on tweets about burns, is filled with pride and selfishness and disrespect to the SHIB community? Remember, if it's not for the community interaction, you wouldn't have a recognizable Twitter account. Humility is a virtue. Insight Edge says, yes, and according to this burning scale, shibArmy will take approximately 100 years for suitable burn that will make you rich. BLDY, garbage token, now shibArmy hype. I'm not sure what he's trying to say right there. Oh, that will make you rich. Building garbage token, now shibArmy hype has been finished, and this is the actual color of this garbage token. Don't waste your time and money in this project. And hopefully me reading, the comments from Lucy isn't too much for those of y'all that are still bullish and confident out there in Shiba Inu, because I don't want to sway anybody or make you, start to get, the feeling of FUD or whatever. I just want y'all to see what the community is saying. So we have to either work together to come together as a community to build something of value to shibArmy and try to increase that usage so we can increase the transactions to get more burns. But right now, it's looking like the best thing to do is just hold. And this is not financial advice, but this is coming from someone with multiple bags. So those long-term bags, it's looking like we might not see anything too major in the short term. Could Shiba Inu spike? Yes, it absolutely could in the short term, but I don't just see it happening right now while the rest of the crypto market is weighing down, because we are technically in a bear market. I would love to see Shiba Inu go crazy right now, but it just looks like, we just got to be patient, sit on our hands, hold our bags for now. So, and remember, for me, Shiba Inu is a 5 to 10 year project, really more on the 10-year side for me. So I plan on being in the project no matter what for the next 10 years. Of course, I'll be taking some profits along the way, and, have separate bags to be able to, bounce around or trade around if I want. Well, yeah, let's see what Tango says. It's time to stop and ask the community for things. We, Army, gave everything and were filled with patience. It is time for the heads of the project to act seriously. Stop asking the community for everything and putting the responsibility on us. Crypto News says, shibArmy is complicated, to be honest, Lucy. It's not as simple as making SHIB the main token of shibArmy, and having shibArmy totally separated from ETH with shibArmy was as simple as Loom. Crypto Junk says, maybe I'm misled. If she works in what the community wants, and if the community wants burners for the Shiba Inu tokens, why can't we just burn on shibArmy? I understand the paper was put out in March, but we've been talking about this for years in regard to burn. Sheep Soldier says, not sure why everyone is acting like this is brand new. Burns were discussed when the first wolf paper was released. They locked everything that was left into Uniswap. They didn't have tokens to burn. This was always meant to be a community effort. Nas says, in order to see a migration from other exchanges to shibArmy, you must set up a huge incentive. Otherwise, I don't think you will see much clients as you may hope. Crypto Egg says, I lack confidence to use shibArmy. The real address is not widely known and the scams are voluminous. I'll wait. Your welcome says correct, but most members don't understand how to get around. Archangel and Steve could and should make more videos. Rick Reeves says, I 100% get it. I know adoption is the answer, but it's going to be hard to get people to adopt when burn fees are 10, 11, and 12 zeros. I mean, come on. Satoshi says, many people are lazy. It's impossible to burn on a single business. Mark says, what happened to shibaswap? Is that no longer used? Bruce Wayne says, you have to tone it down a little, Lucy. Lau says, if so, have the devs decided that the anticipated burning process has stopped? Fresh says, hopefully there's more to do with it soon. Wink, wink. If you knowed, you knowed. Prakash says, million holders, how we do? How you expecting from us? Ali says, you need to finish the bone contract and fulfill your promise to increase trust in the ecosystem, because the leader is silent and will not help to get out of this crisis. So you got to remember, there is no Shiba Inu leader. Ryoshi is the creator, but right now there's actively no leader. There's a lead dev, Satoshi, on the dev side, but Shiba Inu is a community project, y'all. Whatever you want to do for Shiba Inu, you can do that. Steve says, your dev sucks. Max says, you are late. That's not our fault for not using shibArmy. Kick 2.0 says, reading all the comments. Cass says, give your money right now or you are FUD. Trader says, and have you ever thought about stopping blocking people who come to ask you something? Why this is a second account to one? You have already blocked me just because I asked if you were even selling cap as you had pages advertised. Donald says, how to shift from centralized exchanges, educate shibArmy. So that might be a video I'm going to have to make for the people. It's looking like a few people are having trouble with that. So let's see. Nice 99 says, nice words, but from 3 years, only words, no burn. So definitely wouldn't be any burn ever. Will says, development team integrity is shot, not to be trusted. So why would anyone support the ecosystem now? They promise burns of 0.35 on every single transaction. When they change their minds to 0.123456735, making bone 0.123456715. Therefore, very dishonest work. So I'm not sure what he means right there. Cool says, paying with crypto in the case of SHIB should become normal. Focus should be on companies that would like to use SHIB. Soros says, some people are saying trillions of transactions needed to happen before we see SHIB burns. If you don't mind, could you share some numbers for SHIB holders so we avoid misunderstandings? That's what I would like to see the team do, put out an official math problem, or something like that, but they're kind of just leaving it up to the community. And I believe that's where a lot of confusion is coming from the, team not putting this information out there and just kind of stopping it. Even if the transaction amount is a ridiculous amount. Let's say it is, and the team doesn't want to do the math because they know that number will look absolutely crazy and probably discourage people. I also think it would give, some confidence to the other half of people. And eventually, people can, just be better informed and decide if they truly want this or not. Now, me, I'm bullish. I don't care what the burn rate is, because you got to remember, we went to all-time high with Shiba Inu before shibArmy, before, I believe shibaswap was even out, before a lot of these different developments, before all these other tokens are starting to be launched. Shiba Inu had none of that. So I don't, just invest only because of shibArmy burn promise. So Red says it costs high fees to swap out of decentralized exchange versus centralized exchange. Every swap you lose money on a deck. So no, I will use central exchanges forever, and decentralized exchanges when needed. Cryptoken says, is the burn 100 trillion per year is going to happen? Shiba Punk's Mantra Protocol. Sheeb Hong says, Lucy, I've been with Sheeb just as long as you have. Please do not play us as a fool. 49er says, now can you answer his question? Instead of giving us what you want us to think, why don't you just answer the question? Oh, wait, you don't know. Shh. With your lies, the only thing I've seen is every day Sheeb goes down and down further. So this looks like, the people that are complaining about just the price going down are not taking into consideration that the overall market is down at all. I don't hear these people saying anything about it. When they say, why is Sheeb price still down? It's like they don't make the correlation that it's a market-wide thing. Everything is down for the most part right now. So hopefully y'all can find a balance in between, some of the comments, because right now that was a lot of like what we consider negative comments back to back. But I just want to read everything. But hopefully y'all can decipher between that and, just have some discernment and understand that not everyone fully understands crypto. So Sheba McIntyre says, Junkarium, dogs. Timmy says, the burns are a joke. Quit talking about them. Just pisses everyone off. Community was misled, period. Base fee is a joke. Everyone knows it. Obviously, the plan is to push the price of all the coins that benefit yourself. We aren't blind and stupid. So what I would like to see is a community DAO vote. If Shiba Inu is really this community project, and this is just what I want to see. This is my opinion, y'all, not financial advice. This is how you have to feel. Just me personally, I would like to see the DAO be used. That's what we have the DAO for, where the community can, all put their input, because the team doesn't just own team tokens. So they would have to vote with tokens that they've actually purchased themselves. Granted, there are a lot of, there's a treasury for SHIB, I believe, where, there's some funds that go to the treasury from different SHIB initiatives and projects that have launched, like maybe Shiba Eternity card game, also Willie's partnership, John Richmond partnership, possibly. Not saying there are funds in there from that, but this is what the treasury is for. And the team can use funds from that for what they see, maybe exchange listings, and things of that sort, marketing purposes, like getting the main sponsor slot at the Blockchain Futures Conference. The team can use the funds for that. But outside of that, they don't have any just team tokens to be able to manipulate the DAO to that extent, from my knowledge. Remember, this is, I don't know everything that's going on behind the scenes, so you got to keep that in mind as well. But I think that would put a rest to it. If we throw it on a DAO, whether we, win or lose as far as getting burns increased or not, the community would still be happy to see that it was actually a community decision. So shibArmy investor, for actively use, you should make centralized exchange and decentralized exchange integrate shibArmy network. Now there is no place to sell shibArmy tokens. Its value is only 0. So Sheba Punk says, holy words from Lucy. Join shibArmy. Great projects are already building. We are there since day one. And if you do not know how to bridge, set up shibArmy network, and so on, we are here to help you. We are here to onboard all shibArmy on shibArmy. L.W. Wolf. So the Sheba Punk's collection looks, interesting. Obviously a rendition of like CryptoPunks, just in a Shiba Inu style. Ilya says 100. Davu bullish. James says, let's be honest. Leash bone, shibaswap, etc. Sheep ecosystem can't survive without sheep burns. If you fail to implement massive burn adoption for Shiba Inu, the shibArmy will never support you. Remember, every project you have built around sheep so far haven't worked out. Think. Then Tohan shared one of Clay Bro's videos. HR says, from which exchange can I buy this shibarium, Shiba Inu token with this address? So be careful, y'all. Not sure what that is. Don't end up buying a scam project. So Crypto Queen says, looks like my grandchildren's great-grandchildren will get what I have. So basically saying it's very, very far down the line. So I just want to go through this entire thread, get the voice of the people out there, and also see how y'all feel about it. Matter of fact, let's look at some of the... Let's look at some of the retweets. So this side may have a little more positive comments. Ragnar says, hitting the nail on the head, very important read. DJ Trev says, I know some of you can't see this, so allow me. Triple R says, absolutely, Lucy. Oscar says, use shibarium for more sheep burns. Shiba Punk says, 100% agree. Crypto Broski said, use shibarium to see the burn. Tienston says, well, any interesting projects offered to users. Karthik J says, shibarium, shibArmy strong. And Chubibi says shibarium. So let's see. That's quotes. Repost. Okay, y'all. So that's all we got for this video. Don't forget to check the links in the description section of this video. Also, check out the Shiba Inu merch store as well. And remember, none of this is financial advice. You got to do your own due diligence and never risk more than you're willing to lose. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. And we are out.